Check. 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 Hello? Yo. Check. Mic check. Mic check. Can you hear me? Okay. All right. I think I got it down. Sorry, guys. I apologize for the little early disruption, but a little disruption don't hurt too much. How you guys doing tonight? My name is Arthur Jones. I'm a real estate agent with Home Smart and Evergreen Realty, and I'm here to speak a little bit. Hopefully say some gems, get you guys some valuable information that can help, and we're gonna go over the real estate market in Altadena and Pasadena. Mostly Altadena. As you guys know, it was affected by the Eaton Fires. So I kind of want to talk about that a little bit. And I want to talk about the real estate market and just how you guys can capitalize on this opportunity with so much land being available and also properties, but mostly land. So as you guys know, a lot of the Eaton Fires, they call it the Eaton Fires, but the fires that happened burnt down a lot of Altadena and some of Pasadena. So let's get into it. Hold on, let me bring something up real quick on Google. It's gonna be kind of like research as I go, and what I've seen so far in the market, guys. So just bear with me. Sometimes I'll be on Google looking up stuff, and then just to get like little specifics, because I want to know is stuff. I need to know like sometimes the details. Okay. Oh yeah, I knew it was early. Okay, so the first thing I looked up is when the Eaton Fires happened, and it was January 7th. So that's when it all went down. I knew it was early in the year, I just didn't know how early. So that was literally at the beginning. Dang, what a way to start the year. So yeah, guys. The first thing I wanted to talk about today was my experience today. So as you guys know, I'm a licensed realtor. Oh, before I say that, welcome to the Adams podcast. This is kind of like the real estate segment. Usually I'm gonna do a whole podcast, but today I'm just doing this real estate segment because of just because it's fresh on my mind, and I need to get some reps. As you guys know, I've been doing this for a while, and I'm been MIA, man. So I'm trying to do better, and that's why I'm here. Excuse my eyes being so red. I'm a little tired. I've been working all day, which brings me to what I was going to tell you guys earlier. So today I did some renovations in Altadena. We're working with the client, Jones Realty Group, and we are doing some renovations for a client. And what renovations are is when you have a house and it either needs upgrading, it's a little outdated, then you can do some renovations on whether it's kitchen, the floors, the walls. If you paint the walls, that's considered renovations. Toilets, bathrooms, stuff like that. So we're doing this, right? And the first thing we're doing is demolition. So with the Eaton Fires, and I'm sure Palisades, if I'm saying that right. I'm talking about the San Gabriel Valley area, guys, and here in California. So if you're on the south side, if you're on the south side, basically SoCal, then you should know about San Gabriel Valley. It's on the north side of LA. So if you ever go to LA, you take the 110 and you go into Pasadena, and it's from Pasadena you can go to Altadena. I'm from Pasadena, like that's where I was born. Lived there till about maybe sixth, seventh grade, and then I moved to Fontana with my parents and my brothers, and then went to middle school, high school out there, and college in San Bernardino. But yeah, guys. So the fires and stuff, they have on the real estate side, they they burnt up so many acres. I don't know how many acres, but let me check that for y'all too real quick. Told you we're gonna be back and forth. Yeah, but how's everybody doing, man? Make sure y'all hit that subscribe button. Make sure y'all like the video and yeah, support me, man. So I put Eaton Fire burns how many acres? So over 14,000 acres, guys, were burnt up in the Eden fires. So that's a lot. I believe it's 53,900 and or 695 square feet in 1 acre. So yeah, do the multiplication on that. 14,000 acres were burnt up. So a whole lot, a whole lot. But yeah, so a lot of those homes were completely wiped out, guys. Completely wiped out. It's like totally empty, right? And all you see is driveways because concrete, obviously, concrete can't burn like that. It probably get hot, but it ain't gonna burn up. It might melt a little bit if it got some tar in there. I don't know. I'm not a concrete expert. Not yet. But yeah, so all those homes where they were sitting on that land, that property, they had to demo a lot of it. Like they demoed a lot of it that were like brush, degrees, everything that was in the on homeowners stuff. They probably had a bunch of stuff. If it didn't get burnt up, it was still there. So they wiped it out. They cleaned a lot of it up. So a lot of the properties, all you see is like a flat spot where the property used to be, and then it had these little haystacks around it. And when I mean haystack, I mean like a cylinder haystack around the property where the house used to be. And then you might get some dirt, some grass, not really too much grass because, it got burnt up. But you can see, sometimes you'll see the chimney. And this is when I seen it. I didn't see Altadena, Pasadena until when was that? Probably about a month ago. I'll say about a month ago. I had this little church activity, but it was about a month ago. After the event, I went to go up there and see it. The event was about the fires and stuff and the people in the community. So I'll shout out, I'll shout out them later in the podcast or in the segment. And then yeah, so the shit. So the yeah, so it burnt up a lot of that stuff and how it looked, right? And then all you see is the driveway. You see some pools. I seen some pools today, all empty. They just fenced off. So now what we have is just land. And if you don't want to rebuild on that land, then obviously you got to sell your property, or you can keep your property, build on it, rent it out, whatever you want to do. But a lot of people are choosing to sell their properties. There's a lot of listings online So if you want to check Zillow or Redfin or Realtor.com, I have access to the MLS, so obviously I have a little bit deeper insight. But if you want to use those sites, they still show the listings, so you can still see what's available. I'll be careful if you decide to pursue that listing in the Zillows, because sometimes those listings aren't real in some of those sites. But the MLS, you have to be, even the MLS has some listings that might be a little bit, you know. But yeah, so those land are available, and now it's up for the kicking. Like, who wants to pay the money to build this house? And the houses, I mean, the properties with the houses, they're listed in the millions. So 1.9 million, I'm looking at 1.9 million. I'm looking at 1.1. So foreclosure, pre-foreclosure. Some of them are getting foreclosed on because people don't have enough to do the renovations, and they might have been already behind. And so they just let it go, which they shouldn't. They should probably sell it, but maybe they still don't have the information. Hold on, guys. Let me get a little bit more, a little bit agua. Nosotros todos necesita agua. Yeah, buddy. Okay, so like I said, the houses are 1.8, 1.9, 1.5. So somewhere in the middle, depending on where you're at. But and then the land prices 500, low 500s, mid 500s, and then it goes up from there depending on where you're at. The highest land I'm seeing, see, they just had some closed for 700, a little over 7. Okay, yeah, you got some actives, a little over 5. Got some in the 9s. But imagine you pay 500 for some lands, right? And then how much it costs to build a home. Let's see the average cost to build a home in California, because I don't know that information. I was thinking about that earlier. What's the average cost to build a house in California? Okay, so it says $200 to $600 per square foot, and that's ranging from $400,000 to $1.2 million. So let's just say we got the 400,000, and the land is 500,000. That's about $900,000, and I'm sure you're gonna finance the you're probably gonna finance the land, and shoot, you might finance the building if it's 400. Because shoot, if you ain't got 400 on you, then obviously, But remember, the 400 is, I don't know if that's on the high side or the low side. I think you could probably build a house with 300. Depending on what you're trying to build, you could probably get one on there for 3, I would say. But mind you, I'm inexperienced on the contracting side, but that's what I think, just from my experience so far and what I've seen as far as my real estate pricing and stuff like that. But I think you can probably get one for 3. But anyways, that's trying to squeeze right now. The point is, if I buy the land for 5 and I renovate it, I mean, if I build it up, I get it for 4, so that's 9,000 I'm in. All the fees, agent fees, and all that stuff, and licensing and all that, building license, building permits. That probably be included in the 4. I'll say you like maybe 9.5, 1 mil. You put it on the market. Now you selling for 1.9 mil. I got an active land right. Oh, that land is crazy price. They priced that crazy. They got this priced at 2.5. Wow. That might not even be right, y'all. But anyways, I'm in for 1 million and then I sell it for 1.9 because I see a lot that's 1.9, 1.8. I see one that's 2.25. Remember, guys, these ones I'm looking at, they're already built. They're still good. They're ready to go. Like they got missed by the fires. They probably just want to get out of the area now. Probably because the prices went up. 1.4, 1.4, 1.6. So now you sell. You making 1.9 just closed last month. Wow. So 900,000, 600,000, 700,000, 500. That's pretty good, y'all. That's pretty good. So, you know, it's just how you want to do it. And you can build on there and let that equity build up more. If this is this one right here is 2.7, it's a 5 bedroom, 5 bath. This one's 2.6, it's a 4 bedroom, 5 bath. Both of them in 700,000 square feet. Then imagine what it's going to be in 5 years, 10 years. You're near LA, you're near the Rose Bowl. That is premium land right there. So that's going to be three in a quick minute. 3.5, 4.5. So imagine your investment that you did in 2025. In 2035, you made millions. You made 2 million. You made 1.5 million. You made 100,000 or more than $100,000, $800,000, $900 in your bank account. It's not like play money. This is real money. Once you sell it and you pay off your debt that you already been paying for, so it's probably more. The value of the home went up. Man, if I didn't want a multifamily, I'll get in this right now. But I'll probably need a loan for the construction, though, for sure. Construction loan, which most people will need. Okay, y'all. So, anyways, that's what's going on in Altadena, Pasadena right now. With other stuff, but real estate specifically, that's what's going on. And there's all kind of one thing I want to touch on before I ended this, because it's just a segment, it's not a whole podcast. You guys can see the full podcast. I got a few episodes. I want to get into more soon, hopefully this week. This was actually supposed to be a full episode, but I just turned it into real estate because that's what I was doing today. And we did some demolition. We brought up the floors. I'm learning more about the renovation and construction side. So I've been, I got to do some more demo tomorrow with some cabinets. And I'm getting my hands dirty. I'm getting my hands in the mud, and I'm getting that hands-on experience when it comes to this stuff. So I know the book stuff, because as a real estate agent, you gotta know the laws, the ordinance, and stuff like that. So I get that. But now I'm getting into like the nitty-gritty of actual real estate, actual homes, building homes, and stuff like that. So I'm excited about it. So I'll be back there tomorrow. I gotta get some rest, so I can't keep y'all on here for a long time. But yeah, so the community effort was this church event. I'm gonna do a little like video on it and maybe put it on Adams Center. I'll put it on the Adams Infinity YouTube channel. Make sure y'all like and subscribe so y'all don't miss that, because sometimes it takes me a while, as y'all know. But dive in with me. And then Yeah, so I'm gonna do that. And but the event was basically like an outreach for people who were affected by the Eaton and Pasadena fires. Obviously, that was no joke. People's lives were lost. People's properties were lost. If everybody could rebuild and stay, maybe they would, maybe they wouldn't. You never know. But it sucks to see people affected by this. You know, I'm the client that we're working with is a friend of the family, and they go back to when, my uncles, my aunties, my grandmas, so it feels good to help family, close friends. So that's what I want to do. Like my client right now that I'm working with on the real estate side, they're buying. That's family, that's close friends, So I really want to make sure that I'm a valuable asset to the community. So yeah, just the church event also was it was the outreach, and it was like the vendors, how they can help from therapy to kids, and daycare, because obviously they got to deal with stuff, food organizations, homeless shelters, all kind of thing, resources that just helps people during this difficult time. And even though it's in January, people are still dealing with this. These homes are literally on the market right now. So I'm excited about that. And well, not excited about that, but I'm excited about like being able to help. I'm sorry, I was thinking of something else. I can hear this cat, or I don't know what it is, in my window right now. But yeah, guys, just holler at me if you need some help. Again, excuse me, I know I'm not the best right now, but F it, man. I'd rather just get this info out for y'all, and obviously get my reps up too, because I need to get better at this podcasting and media shit. So like and subscribe to the video. I hope y'all got something out of this, and holler at me if you need some help. The home buying process, land buying process, pretty much the same. It's all just figuring out the value. You get pre-approved for a loan if you haven't got pre-approved. So make sure your credit is right. Get your credit up. Also, don't make no big purchases, whether it's a car, big jewelry, or whatever kind of jewelry. The big purchases like 500 and up, or more. I don't know. Whatever you can think of as a big purchase. So yeah, I said 500. That's not a big purchase. Like a car will be the most biggest right now, or something else. So try to bring your debt lower. Pay off those credit cards, so that way your credit score will go up. And try to stack some money, put it in stocks, but wait for the dip. All right. But anyways, I'll holler at y'all. Look me up on Instagram at Real Estate Arthur. Real Estate Arthur. You can see some of the projects. Let me know if you want to join my close friends. I'll add you. And then you can see some of the projects that we've been working on. But yeah, have a good night, y'all. It's 12 o'clock, so it's officially July 31st. It's your boy. Subscribe to the YouTube channel, Adams Center, Adams Podcast. Got more in store for y'all. Peace. Good night. God bless.